All right, day 7. I'm going to do a disclaimer too because there we go. So we got day 7 of 30, and I've done this day a few times, like recording it a few times, and I'll tell you why, because we're talking about IT, right? I.T. Fuck, I hate that acronym, but that's why I like referring to it. If it's inside the formula and it's a corporate area and it's part of the perfect business, which is a business for you. Let's be like, okay, disclaimer first, I go all over the place, try to stay under 15 minutes. I'm going to do 30 videos before I and the family travel, okay? And I love this microphone, but it has a problem of me turning around to the whiteboard. That's fine. I already get it. Just deal, okay? Just deal. There's a lot of good stuff here, so just deal. Anyway, I was looking at this infographic that I made a while ago, or had made for the formula, and when in the technology part, right? Mandated IT requirements for perfect business operation, which would be the perfect business, right? So you would basically have your perfect security, your perfect networking, and your perfect computing, right? Worry-free security, fast, reliable internet, prevention-enabled user experience, whatever you want to say. That's like advertising in an infographic here, but the way I put it is the technology should be goddamn well near perfect, because if it isn't and you don't have some support strategy, you as an owner will not be an owner. You'll be pulled back in because something's wrong. So if we create like this prevention-enabled infrastructure, and there's an MSP, a managed service provider, okay? This is where the price point, where as you as an owner need to understand, you want the deluxe, everything's included, no questions asked, prevention-enabled, security, everything support plan for your whole institution. No break fix, okay? No break fix, because you're an owner. And there's so many little trivial things that IT will fuck you with, your whole business, and you don't even need to care. Because if you're doing a prevention-enabled experience for everybody in the institution, the entire team, guess what? Well, the little things will be taken care of automatically. There's no such thing as like having to worry about a backup. It'll just be instantaneous recovery when requested. You know, the mandate is, serverless environment, virtualize a server when necessary. If you have to, okay? Make sure everything's in Google Chrome, tabs in Google Chrome, done. Boom, here we go. All the computers have the security software enabled, everything's cloud enabled, whatever. Done. Then you have some sort of support strategy where the communication's through, like, I don't care. MSPs do it differently these days. Ticket enabled, email, at live chat, SMS live chat, WhatsApp, I don't care, whatever it is, some way that your team can engage the MSP directly without you knowing, okay? You don't need to be you don't need to be brought to attention for the majority of these issues, unless they're major security issues, right? But then I would hope you would have a GM in place where they would be the person that it gets escalated to and not you, because you wouldn't need to know because nothing's going to break, okay? And then the security is covered. Man, like I can't stand that conversation anymore because for the most part, it can be paid for. You don't have to go crazy, okay? You don't have to go crazy. You can actually pay for what I would consider normalized business security. And it's affordable. It's just a lot of business owners are cheap as fuck and they wouldn't pay for a lot of this stuff. But there's a price point and it's pretty average, right? Depending where you are per user for this awesome RMM. That's the acronym I wanted to bring up, okay? So you got MSP, your managed service provider, and the next thing is remote monitoring and maintenance. There are platforms built for MSPs, for IT companies that can be installed on the devices that tag them and make sure that everything is working in perfect order, okay? It's basically tracking and making sure that the operating system and the application and the user experience is under control. Right? And then, so therefore, you pick an MSP that has an RMM platform that they use. There's a few of them that we can recommend over here at the Automated Method, and then you're good to go. Okay? You're good to go. That's super important, but also check it out. Now, you've taken IT out of the business. You call it the technology. Sure, all of these cloud platforms you're using are considered the technology, the SaaS, the softwares, whatever. But the things that'll get you, are like malfunctioning operating system things, updates, I don't know, networking hardware failures, internet outages, all these things. Just make sure that there's some sort of second way around everything instantly. All right? Whatever that may be. When you bring that up with your MSP, when they actually do sign you into some sort of agreement, I guarantee you that's what they want to do because they prefer billing a prevention-enabled experience as well, right? I know this for a fact. And this is me telling the world that if you want the perfect business, that's what you do. You deluxe MSP, no questions asked package. Because it's like the frustration that your team will experience that will escalate to you as the owner is fucking unnecessary. Like the amount of owners that I know and have experience with out there that somehow are involved in some ridiculously trivial technical issue is insanity. It's sad. It's sad. It's just sad. Sad to see, sad to watch, depressing, because, you know, there is a perfect business that can be made. Like I said, it's for you, right? So why don't we do that? So obviously these people that, you know, make these bad decisions when it comes to IT, what in any sort of way, they're cheap, one. Two, I guess they don't want to be a business owner. They kind of like being a business operator because they're there anyway. They're salarizing themselves anyway, so they're there anyway. So why don't I be like a version of technical support as well, even though I'm the one paying for everything, or the business that I started is paying for everything? I don't mind being the tech support. I'm here, I'm available anyway. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay? Business ownership, multi-business ownership. Only so much time in the day. Time is money. Time is valuable, the most precious resource. You want as much time as possible, right? See what I mean? That's why this is such a hard one to record, because I just go off. I can't stop. It's hilarious to me. But anyway, that's that. I was gonna go talk about Apple and Windows. It's, you know, what else would I say? It's because I've done this video about like 7-8 times. How about this? If you're going to have a Microsoft Windows environment and you're providing the computers, Lenovo think enterprise level hardware. Done. Whether it be their desktops or their notebooks or laptops. Done. Sure, there are Google Chromebooks out there. Sure, there are Microsoft Surfaces. I don't care. I'm just saying that I know what bulletproof is, and if you have a Microsoft-centric environment, not so much Apple, remember a lot of people are hybrid these days, then it's going to be Lenovo. That's it. No questions asked. Fuck off. Okay? Second, if you got Apple, well, you already know what I'm talking about. Stick with Apple, stay with Apple. It runs what you want. You know, you can have a Google-centric workspace, or you can have an M365, Microsoft 365-centric. It's fine on an Apple. It's fine, right? If you got your devices, Android and iPhone, I prefer an iPhone. Why? The settings, okay? That's all you need to know. The Android is, some of the settings are so fucked up that it doesn't really do anything in terms of business operation. So like when you do get into that, you know, and you give it away, or there's some sort of tech support required, there's more tech support required for an Android. I don't care what anybody says, it's true. And anybody that has worked in IT knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's way easier to send setting changes in some sort of message delivery to the user, to the team member, to fix an iPhone than it is for an Android, okay? Anyway, that's that. Remember, perfect business. You don't want to be on the tools. You don't want to be making decisions. You don't have to. Executive decisions only. Of course, if there's some escalated security concern, sure, but you make sure in the protocol that you devise with the MSP, with the managed service provision, where these elevations happen, where you want to be notified. And they, as experts, those businesses, will know what you're talking about. Because they'll be like, totally understand. Leave it to us. If it gets to this level, whatever that level is, that's when we'll let you know. Chances are that'll be next to fucking never. Okay? Really. Take it from me. I come from the world of technical support. I come from that world. I understand how much It frustrates people when things don't work, and you should have it instantaneously resolved without question, and you don't need to be asked. Okay?